guys, hello, another morning with me I suppose. So there's lots going on at the moment. Can't remember what I last did in my last update as to what I actually posted. I have filmed a video of the Nakamura going in, but I haven't been able to edit it yet. Not that it's hugely like loads going on with it, but I mean it's such a difference for us. I mean Tooling's become a lot bigger, and I'll just show you inside. So you've got a much bigger turret, and there's a lot more room between the spindle, and the bar's a lot bigger, etc. This is being changed in May. I won't go through the specifics, but it's being changed in May. But yeah, we've got a nice hydro feed, and yeah, you know, like a swarf conveyor as well, which saves all the mess, which would be amazing. And this is all on wheels, which is awesome. So I think I can just push it about with ease. I think it is designed to actually be picked up with a forklift, and then it's got like a tipping arm and stuff, so it can actually tip it out into your bins. Obviously, we don't have that. We don't have space for a forklift. So the desk has moved here at the moment. We've got the CNC router back there. It's all a bit tight. It's feeling very garage-esque again, if you have a little look down that way. I'll give you a quick show you what's gone on upstairs as of late. I can't remember last time I filmed again, so sorry if I've done this already, but we changed, so there's a couple of things we did change. We changed our U-shaped cell to a straight line cell. Our U-shaped cell wasn't working. We've got a lot of work to do in terms of our optimization of how things are going to be. We're going to move the 3D printing to our hugely messy question mark area, and this needs to be all tidied. Everything's just kind of been chucked in as of late, and I've got these engineering technology grid boxes I've got to keep until the machine gets changed in May. So it's one of those things, and I will bring you upstairs to the top floor. So what's going on up here? Well, progressing slowly on the showroom. We've got a quartz and water bowl. The greenery in there isn't just in there just because that's what I've just chucked in at the moment. I don't know whether or not I showed the decking before, but there's some decking on there. We've got a nice rope. No, I'll go that way. Nice rope to basically close off the space. So I've got literally, it's about a week. Almost less than a week actually. So we got to pack this up next. So today it's that's Wednesday. We've got to pack this up on Tuesday, I think, because the show's, yeah, we've got to disassemble it on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, we basically then get it in the van, hired a big Sprinter van, etc. And yeah, and then we got the show, so which will be fun. It will be really interesting for us to do. I've got some scaffold boards. I'm going to make the scaffold legs, etc. And we're going to show sort of like some of the process steps that we go through for our manufacturing. I got that idea from the Braemont tour, which was absolutely awesome. I just thought it would be really, really useful for us to learn from. I'm eventually planning on changing probably this section here. Will become electronics, and will actually be. I would like to close it off in glass, and then change the floor back to, ironically, back to vinyl. If you see a little bit of vinyl there, but we're going to go for like nice grey vinyl, just so it's easier to clean. And like, yeah, really close it off. Try and keep it as a clean area for the electronics. I think that's quite important. But you know, still these bits, bit by bit, we'll make more and more improvements to everything. So I've done the price reviews. That's happening on the 1st of November. I'm hoping that will get us in a place where we can actually make money, because we haven't been. As you know from like one of my other videos before, it's all been constant borrowing. You know, like for things like this lathe, etc. It's like really, really heavy borrowing, and then just to kind of keep us going. It shouldn't be like that, really. And it, you know, the thing is that everyone in the organisation at the moment is you know, like a lot of the guys are apprentices. I've got potentially Alex coming, who's actually a really experienced CNC machinist coming to help us just the 1 day a week. But I mean, otherwise, generally, you know, like the wages are quite low because it's apprentices, but you know, not low, but you know, low fare. But as you imagine, you know, like every year they get more experience, their wages are going to go up, and I think, you know, by bit we're going to look at, you know, actually bringing on people that are professional in their fields. Although we've learned so much here, and we've been able to teach a lot. I think it helps sometimes when you get someone that actually is professional in a particular field, maybe especially for like electronics, and it's going to add cost. So we need to make sure that we're, you know, like turning around the lights. I mean, I'm turning over the money, I suppose, and hopefully this is going to help us up our production rate. So I'm hoping in the next 4 weeks or so we can start hitting maybe 150 lights a week, maybe more. This thing can be left running overnight, completely autonomous, which is awesome. The only disadvantage at the moment we've got is we're meant to have a parts conveyor, and this box is not really made for that. That's where your parts come out at the moment, and what's going to happen is you're meant to have a parts conveyor along there into like a box or something like that, but it's not it's not been sorted, so we'll get there. Anyway, that's the kind of update as to where we're at and what I've got going on. I've been struggling to get to emails and get back to phone calls and that kind of thing. I got through most of them bar 4 yesterday, and the 4 that I didn't get to, I think, are all just like ones where I've got to do paperwork for the exhibition Futurescape, that kind of thing, which I told them I'll do by the end of the week. And I think the other 3 emails on there are stuff that are not customer related. There's something else that can wait. It's just so much to do. Just like you know, as all business owners wearing many different hats, it's quite difficult in terms of, you know, trying to get everything that you want to get done. I mean, I start here every day so I'm up at 5, I'm here at 5:20, and that between 5 and 9 is about the time that I get most things done. The trouble is at the moment is because we're doing the training on Nakamura, I'm doing Fusion at the moment, trying to get the stuff right, because if we're going to get the most out of the training, we need to actually make sure that we're sort of starting to create the parts and that we can make sure that we can actually do what we want to do. So yeah, I've done that one today, and I'm going to start putting, the one that I'm really excited about is basically putting spike rods, bar fed from the Hydra feed, and actually just like basically parting them off and everything else on the lathe, so that we can just produce completely finished spike rods. Until the correct sub-spindle version turns up, we won't really know exactly what we're doing there. But yeah. Anyway, see you guys soon.